Okay. All right. We're here. How are we? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. They say they call me Uncle Bruce. It's August the 8th, 2023. I'm here to talk about stock markets in plain English. That's kind of what I like to do. I also like to help out my viewers and give them my opinion on what I think they can be doing to enhance revenues for themselves, re- grow their retirement money, grow cash flow, take control of their financial life, and not let the world get you down. We talk here a lot about how you can make money in your account, writing options, stock options on your investments. It's unbelievable how many billions, trillions of dollars, trillions, but billions really, that people have that are useless, that aren't doing anything. Uh, they have ETFs, they have mutual funds, they have money earning interest at what, I don't know what, 0.5% a year, 2% a year, 3% a year. They're getting crushed with inflation. They're getting crushed with all kinds of tax rules. They're getting crushed with all kinds of underperforming assets, and they're not doing anything about it because either they're not paying attention, they're lazy, they just don't think they know what they're doing and can do any better. They tried once to invest their money, and it didn't really work out. They found it way too confusing. They've talked to professionals about managing their assets or having their portfolio looked after, and they were talked into some kind of a wealth advisory service thing with the local bank or wherever they live, and they get these statements in the mail or they get email alerts telling them how they're doing, and they can't read it because they don't know what it means. At the end of the day, unfortunately, there are gawazillions of people out there with gawa billions of dollars, to kind of put it in plain English, that are underperforming the market and there are people paying fees to entities for no good reason whatsoever. And it doesn't feel like a lot of money to you because you don't even see it. That's really the problem. You're getting a statement that says, oh, this past year you made 6% return on your money. You're 6% richer than you were a year ago. And that's supposed to make you feel good. What you don't know is that the fund, the entity, the group, whoever is managing this for you, they took their pound of flesh out way before you got what's left over. And they made a huge amount of money because they took the borrowing power of your portfolio, the value of what it is you theoretically own. And you might own units in an investing entity of some kind. You own units in some ETF, I don't know what, privately managed income fund. I don't know what the hell you got. You have no idea what they did with your dough and how they generated revenue to give you revenue. You might be told that you own your entity owns this huge thing, owns some Apple shares and Microsoft shares and these shares and those shares, and they've done well or broken even or whatever they've done. But the fees coming out of the top are phenomenal, and bonuses paid to these people are phenomenal. Overheads paid for their offices, their head offices, travel by executives, meetings, and you name it. I mean, phenomenal amounts of money to run these kinds of investment funds and these entities. All you're aware of theoretically is your management fee, and they disclose that. If you read the fine print or look at your statement, deep into your statement, you'll find a deduction coming out of your account every month or every quarter. There's an amount that comes out of your account, and that is a management fee. That's the admin fee. I don't know what else they call it. They have all kinds of wealth advisory fees and all this other stuff. They may not even call it a fee. They're trying to hide it in any way they can. What you also don't know is of the gross performance, how much of it goes to them, how much of it goes to you, and what's your leftover. You're the one at the end of the trough. Okay, by the time the water comes down to where you are, a lot is evaporated on the way down because you are not managing your money at the source where you maybe should be. For some of you in your 20s and 30s, you're oblivious to the whole thing because you're young and you've got other problems and other priorities in your life, and you just haven't got time for this stuff. Some of you in your 40s, however, you have done some simple mathematics in your brain. Listening to me for a while, you've just taken out a pen and a piece of paper, and you grabbed your smartphone, which has a calculator in it. Did you know that? There's a calculator in this. And you wrote down on a piece of paper when you started putting money into this retirement plan of yours and how much a month you put into it, for how many years you've put money into it, and you've come up with a number. Now, if it's all your money and only your money, you know how much you've put in there. What is it worth today? Now, you might be happy right away, go, oh, well, I've only put in $35,000 and it's worth $74,000 or whatever it is. It's worth more than what I put in, so I'm a winner. Then the bad news, you start to divide out how many years you've done this for, what the growth rate is on average, and then you can figure out what your percentage return really is. There's Google sites, there's sites on Google out there where you can punch in numbers and say, if I put $35,000 in today and I make 5% a year for 7 years compounded, how much is it going to be worth in 5 years or 7 years or 12 years or 15 years? And now you can extrapolate, well, okay, if I put in so much a month, and I think there are even calculators this simple, so much a month, every month, 8 years ago, and it's worth this much today, how much did I make? And it'll give you your annual return. Now, some of you might be going, wow, this is great. I've made phenomenal returns. Others of you are going to go, what? I've made how little? And then you do the forward factoring. You go, okay, I have this much now. This is how much I got. If this grows and I keep adding to it for the next 5 or 10 years, by the time I'm 55, 65, what is it going to be worth? And you will find very quickly, and many of you have figured this out already, there isn't going to be enough in the jackpot at the end of it for you to retire on. There isn't enough for you to piss in. When some of you will say to me, you've said to me, Bruce, I thought that I was on a retirement path that was going to give me the good life. I thought that I would, be able to travel with my wife, and the kids are grown up and out of the house. Thank God they got their own kids and their own problems. And with good health, we're going to live into our 80s and really enjoy the payoff from all this blood, sweat, and tears we put in. And you're quickly figuring out there is no way this is going to happen, because with Social Security under threat, every election there's someone trying to run to eliminate your Social Security guarantees, or reduce your money, or raise the age of eligibility. That isn't working for you. You're not going to be rich on Social Security. You've seen the rents go up. You've seen the costs go up in the last 2 years when inflation's ugly head has shown up again. And you're realizing, oh my God, I know people who are retired who are struggling right now, and they weren't supposed to be struggling. They were really well-paid people when they were working 30 years ago. And now they're just barely getting by, and they're really cutting back, or they have had to sell their house or mortgage their house or whatever they've done with their assets to get enough money through to stay alive for the next 15, 20 years. And at that point, they will be dead flat broke. And if they're alive at that time, they're going to be really in trouble. Where's the payoff? Where's this retirement thing? Can't you go down to Florida for 6 months a year and golf? Can't you lie on the beach? Can't you go for walks with your dog? Can't you? What's wrong with going to Arizona? What's wrong with going to California in the wintertime? What's wrong with Hawaii for a trip? What about a European trip every couple of years? What happened to all that? The money isn't there. And the money you thought was going to be there is going to be there. But the amount that you thought, that amount isn't going to be enough, because you've realized $300,000 in my retirement account when I retire, how do I live off of that? Even if I could get 5% interest on that money, that's $15,000 a year, $1,250 a month. plus my social security, that's like half the amount of money I'm making when I retired. That's half. How do I live on half the money? Do I eat half my food? I drive half the car. I half the bills. It's not going to happen. There's issues here. There are those of you out there who know. Really, you have to have 2 million, 3 million waiting for you at the end. And that's now a new starting level that is every year is going higher. With inflation at 4, 6, 8%, your retirement pot has to be that much bigger. It has to be 200,000 higher this year, 200,000 higher in the next year. The forecasts are going to eventually be 5 million. You're going to have 5 million tucked away to retire comfortably 20 years from now. Are you getting there? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I could be wrong. I hope all of you are doing beautifully. I don't think that's happening. Take control of your account now and learn how to write stock options and start bringing in income. Whether you're writing covered calls, poor man covered calls, cash secured puts, iron condors, there's all kinds of ways for you to bring in income into your lives, whether it's just in your retirement side or whether it's both. Some of you might be doing the old, I'm going to borrow money against my 401k and manage that money to make money on the outside of my retirement, to bring income into my life here on the outside so that I can get out of my day job and dedicate myself to managing my money full time and growing it and reducing the stress at work, elongating my lifespan. Because at a certain age, you will realize that this job is killing me. You're going to figure out that for some of you, the job you have, the career you've chosen, the career you're in, the one you and your wife are doing, is actually shortening your existence, and you've got to get the hell out. And you have to be able to afford to get the hell out. And maybe this is it. You're now going to manage your IRAs, your 401k, your money on the outside, equity of your home, whatever crap you're sitting on. You're going to start offloading garbage that you don't need anymore. You're going to get your life in order. You're going to not be a pack rat anymore and turn crap sitting in your house into cash that you're going to make work for you, because your money is 18 years of age in energy. It's got this vim and vinegar. It's ready to work for you as hard as it wants, as you used to be able to work. And you're in your 40s and 50s, and now you are going to guide your money to make money for you. And it'll work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is what you got to do. I think a number of folks here have bought into this formula, and you can join us just like here. We'll hang out and listen to this old balding guy talk to you about this and wake you up once in a while. Am I a motivator? Can I motivate you to take control of your life? I hope so. Do I make you mad? I hope not. I hope I make you angry at the situation you're in, but not necessarily at people in your immediate vicinity. You are now going to take the world and turn it around and make it work for you instead of you working for it. It's time for the payback. You studied. You were a good kid. You're a good person. You're a good adult. You're a good parent. You're good everything. Now it's time to be paid for all this. You have to have a reward for this. And one way to reward yourself and your family actually is to be financially stable. And if you become financially secure, you are a better parent, better grandparent, better uncle, better neighbor, better friend, better lover, better everything. And you live a lot longer. It's just the way it is, because you can take care of yourself. It's time to make this happen. I ought to know. I'm 67. I'm not 27. I haven't got 50 more years. I got to enjoy my future. Time for you to enjoy yours. If you're 20 years behind me, you're 47 right now, you got 20 years before you catch up to me. By the time you catch up to me, you should be in a retirement scenario. You should be comfortable to be able to have been retired. Maybe you were retired 10 years ago. Maybe by age 57, you can pack it in, or in 5 years. Some of you out there have so much in assets that you control and are in charge of and what have you. And it's a myriad of circumstances, life circumstances. You don't even realize you can completely reorganize and recharge and redo your life right now. you can completely walk away from all of this stress that you're getting that gives you nothing but some cash flow, and replace that cash flow with far more cash flow with the assets you're sitting on that you're trying to run and hang on to. You're so busy trying to keep the household going, and you've got a cabin somewhere, and you got some other assets over here, and you're juggling 15 balls at the same time, plus the kids, plus all your friends and relatives, and you got to really reassess where the hell you're at. And you may find, shockingly, that with a couple of quick moves, you have completely changed everything. And all of a sudden, out of a 12-hour day where you used to be fully booked up with all kinds of crises and issues and worries, you have 8 hours that are now yours to manage all these crises. 100% your energy into your existing issues that you need resolved, and you have 8 hours a day to do it. Where right now you've got 25 minutes, an hour, and you're exhausted all the time. You're completely exhausted all the time, emotionally drained out, short temper, no ability to focus and concentrate. You're so blown out that you listen to this old man every morning going, God, I wish I could do what he does, or how he does it, or become some of these people that I read about all the time, because you're just so zapped up. You're so riled up with the world you're in. You got to change your world. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to reassess where you're at and what you're doing and where you're going. It's simple as that. It's the hardest thing to do, though. It's hard. Yeah, welcome to hard. If it was, it's as Tom Hanks quoted in A League of Their Own, the hard is what makes it great. It is so hard to take control of your life and change it when you're so deep into whatever you're into. These are the hard decisions you have to make sometimes. So just say, I got to reassess myself. I'm not sure if I'm on the right path. And that's the first step to another road that could take you to another level. Anyway, I'm just ranting. Look, we're in a market right now that is negative. Okay. Let's not ignore that. It's, what do we got now? 40 minutes until we open here. We're down 250 on the Dow this morning. We were up 400 last night. We were down 150 on Friday. So basically, we're kind of where we were on Thursday. You take the 150 loss on Friday with the 250 loss right now. Take the 400 gain yesterday. We're back to where we were last Thursday. S&P's down 32, and NASDAQ is down 109. That's what I got this morning right now. And we're sitting at around 0.75 of a percentage point dip to start the morning at the moment. Oil is off $1.56 at $80.38. And this is the height of the driving season. It's August the 8th. America is on holidays right now. So is Canada. So is a lot of Europe. People are driving their vehicles, if they're doing that, or they're in their RVs. They're pulling their fifth wheels. They're out there enjoying the outdoors and visiting friends and going to monuments and all this stuff they do. This is the height of the summer travel season for jet travel everywhere, tour buses going everywhere. This is it. This is where gasoline should be $18 a barrel, $8 a barrel, or $18 a gallon, $8 a gallon, $7 a gallon, and it's not. You folks are telling me, and especially on my other channel, what the price of gas is in your neighborhood. If you're in Washington State, you're paying a fortune. If you're in Texas and Oklahoma, you're not paying a fortune for your fuel. You're paying much lower prices this year than you were a year ago and 2 years ago. And oil is at $80 a barrel. We're not at $120 a barrel, and we're not going to $120 a barrel. The Saudis have tried everything. The Saudis have tried every trick in the book. They have hired shills to scare everyone in the world about shortage of oil. Oh my God. And the Saudis are doing cutbacks. Oh my gosh, we're going to have all kinds of energy problems. Nothing like that is happening. What is really happening is the one user of oil that was supposed to take up all the slack of oil and use it to grow their economy to the most powerful economy on the world with the greatest socialized system ever created on the planet to dominate mankind's thinking and everything else. The Chinese are screwing it up. The Chinese can't even walk straight. They're tripping over their own 2 feet. Their economy is in a shambles. It is falling apart at the seams. And finally, today, some headlines are coming out about the Chinese economy. What a crap show it is. It is a total bunk show over there. The car hit 88 miles an hour, and now you are seeing some serious poop in China. Not good poop, bad poop. The young coming out of university, 25% unemployment rates and climbing. Not good. We've got export numbers off the cliff. Not good. Imports into China are backing off because China doesn't need as much oil, doesn't need as much raw materials. They're not manufacturing all that much. Chinese nationals, people in China, are not spending their money. They're afraid of their own government. They're terrified of their new dictator. They have a dictator now. This guy, Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, he ain't going nowhere. He's going to leave office in a body bag. This guy will never retire. And his right-hand men, the top men, are all guys with their hair slicked back and with the black shoe polish, so they don't have a single gray hair anywhere. These guys are being replaced left, right, and center because they're not delivering the results he wanted either. And that's what happens with dictators. Erdogan in Turkey and the Belarusian moron, Putin in Russia. These dictators think they're so full of themselves and they think they have all the answers, and they don't. And they have one thing missing that they need to be successful. They don't have everyone following them like they're a god, because people look at these morons and go, he's an idiot. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not an economist. He doesn't know this. He doesn't know that. This guy is putting together all kinds of laws and rules to honor him and his legacy, and yet we're getting nothing out of this moron. And all of his friends and pals are getting bribe money and government contracts that are as juicy as all get up. They're all getting wealthy and wealthy and wealthy. And we, 99.9% of the rest of us, are not doing so well. Why do we give a crap about this guy? This is what's happening in China quietly, under the table. No one can tell you this officially. Too many secret police around and too many snitches to turn you in. That's the problem in China. In China right now, in certain places like Hong Kong, singing the wrong song can get you in prison, get you put into prison for years. Welcome to happiness in China. Oh yeah, you want to go there? Who wants to visit China right now on a visitor permit? Not me. I don't want to go there. Which executive is dying to go to China to go to work in China? There is no lineup of executives from any Western country who wants to go into China right now, because even people working for companies in China could be considered espionage targets by the secret police. You have no idea when you're gone, when you're picked up at work, on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way to the airport, from the airport. You have no idea when you disappear. And there are no legal rights for you in China if you're a foreigner. And if you're accused of espionage because you're trying to figure out what the perfume sales are in whatever, and they consider that to be spying, you're done for. There is no hope for you, and your government has no power to get you out. There's virtually nothing because you're not an important target. This is the nightmare that a lot of companies are facing in China right now. I still don't understand, and I know the deep reason why, but I do not understand how Canadians, Americans, Europeans, people in the so-called free Western world, why is it that we regular folks tolerate corporations that make zillions of dollars off of all of us domestically here? Why do we tolerate these guys to do business in China? Why do we tolerate? Because these morons, greedy bastards that they are, and they're supposed to be greedy, they're business people. Why do we allow these greedy bastards to deal with these morons, these crooks over here, these killers, these annihilators? Why do we allow them to do business? And why do we support their brand here in our home country? There used to be a time where you'd have a boycott if you You did this, there was a boycott on your product, and the corporation would stop in a second everything to do with anything that had anything controversial going on. Right now, businesses are doing business in Russia and are trying to expand business in Russia. And if not to Russia directly, to friends of Russia to get into Russia through the back door. Bacardi rum is expanding its business in Russia through different subsidiaries. Why are we drinking Bacardi rum? Why don't we boycott these guys? Wake them the hell up. Dope slaps, Will Smith dope slaps might be necessary to wake corporate America up, corporate Canada, corporate Europe. No one is doing it. It is absolutely ridiculous to me. I'm blown away by just how incompetent many of us are, and or others are who could be blowing the whistle on all of this. It's nuts. Anyway, the oil market not getting any help. Chinese imports are falling off, and future deliveries are not needed of oil of any great significance because China's economy is in a free fall all over the place. This is why oil is at 80.51 right now, and we're going lower. The markets are lower today because the markets are thinking, well, geez, Bruce, gosh darn it. You've been talking about this for like a year, and the last 6 months, you've really been hammering the Chinese about their, shortcomings. Maybe you're right. Maybe these companies doing business in China aren't going to do as much business in China. Inside China itself, let alone import, export deals and all that, there's going to be a lot of companies not doing as much business through China, through Europe, through North America, and everywhere else. That could affect bottom line results. No kidding, Sherlock. Yeah, no kidding. UPS and FedEx. Watch these guys. Watch these guys, because if package delivery numbers start to slip, because Americans are pulling back on the kind of capital they're spending on frivolous crap, especially Chinese-made crap, you're not going to have as many 747s come over with plane loads of packages to be delivered to all kinds of American consumers of cheap Chinese crap. There's that. Same in Europe, same in Canada. We're talking about thousands of flights a week of stuff, plus the container ships, zillions of containers, not full of this garbage from China that used to be flooding the world. This is causing a problem. And for some public companies that are involved in this, one way or the other, they're going to feel the results. The other thing that's happening this morning, Moody's, the credit reporting agency, there's Fitch and there's Moody's. Moody's is putting 6 banks on notice, credit watch. They're looking to downgrade as many as 6 large banks, not the biggest of the big, but 6 fairly large institutions that might get downgrades because of their loan portfolios and their risk to a slowing economy and higher interest rates. This banking stuff was supposed to go away. This banking problem stuff was theoretically resolved when those regional bank issues that happened 3-6 months ago, they were looked after. It cost banks their existence. It cost some investors hundreds of billions of dollars, but apparently it was fixed. It was looked after. Now Moody's is going, we're not so sure about this. Larger banks also have problems, not just the regionals. And now this is happening. Interest rates are going higher later this year. Don't think it's over. We're going higher on interest rates. Inflation isn't going to go away. Labor deals being negotiated right now are calling for 8 to 12% pay raises for the next several years for many, 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 many companies out there that have union employees. Because these folks negotiate deals every 2 to 3 to 4 years. And the UAW, United Auto Workers, are going to negotiate I think a 3 or 4 year contract. And the old one was 3% raises for 4 years. That's over. If you've been getting a 3% raise for the last 4 years, guess how much money you're not making? Guess how much buying power you have lost? Because remember, if you get a 3% raise, 1% of that is going to taxes, your state taxes, federal taxes, local taxes. You're only getting 2% to you. So how much money are you making? You making $60,000 a year at an auto plant? You got a 2% raise. Congratulations. That's $100 a month. more money after tax, 100 a month more, 25 a week. Did that take care of all of your inflationary concerns over the last 2 years? I know the answer to the question. This is a trick question. It's no, it didn't. Okay, you made 100,000 a year. You're a higher producer. You get a 2% net raise, $2,000 a year. Did that take care of all your bills? No, it didn't. There's people out there with $30,000 incomes who have 500 a month more in bills now. Inflation is a killer. And these auto unions are going, yeah, well, we were nice to you guys 4 years ago. We were supportive of supporting the auto business, keeping it alive. But we noticed in the last 4 years, the top executives of the company, the white collar workers, the higher end guys, you guys have made more than 40% pay increases in the last 4 years. We've only done 3. Time to kind of even up the playing field here. And we're not going to subsidize you guys anymore to give you another 40% pay increase in the next 4 years. And we're going to take 3 for the next 4 years. You can forget about it. Ain't going to happen here. And so now it's payback time. This is going to keep inflation in play because the masses are looking for pay increases. Why are there 1 million jobs a month or whatever that number is changing hands? Is it 4 million a month? 1 million a week? People shifting jobs for the last 3 years, 2 years, to the tune of tens of millions of jobs. People have quit and gotten jobs elsewhere. Why? More money. Simple. More money. You can't get a raise from your existing employer, so you go to another employer and get 20% more. You go to another employer and get 15% more. It's the only way you're going to get a raise. So you got to quit and go somewhere else because your employer is it looks at you as a liability. You're an expense. You're not an asset to the corporation whatsoever. They say you are, but you're not. They don't believe you are. And so you have to walk to go elsewhere. And that's what's been happening. Inflation is not going down. It's going to stick around between 4 and 8%. And it's regional. Some areas it's worse. Some areas it's better. Not good. All right, so there's that. We're down 244 on the Dow. We're down 30 on S&P. We're down 107 on NASDAQ. And as option writers, you got to be happy, because this market isn't going to take off on you. It's not going to go to record highs every week like we did back in 2019 and 20. Those days are over. The days of quantitative easing are over. The days of zero interest rates are over. Forever, through the rest of your lifetime. Forget about it, because it's time to pay the piper. You have to pay back the piper eventually, and you cannot keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and printing money, and no consequences for that. Oh, no. Now it's quantitative tightening that's going on, and so we're seeing bonds being blown off by the Fed, and they're not buying them back. The Fed is taking cash out of the system, $20 billion a week, $4 billion a day, Monday to Friday, and they are canceling that cash. They are taking that cash out of the market, out of the economy, out of the world's available loose cash is slowly being taken off the table. As option writers, you have the opportunity to bring in some dough here on your portfolio where you're not going to get help from anywhere else. The stocks aren't going to go up for you. They're not going to triple in value in the next year, 2 years. There's a odd stock here and there. The company's going to do well. Yeah, sure, of course. But as the overall index, the whole market is no. There's going to be winners and losers. AI winners, some industrials losers, information technology winners. Any company that can help companies lay off people are going to do well. Any companies out there that can find robotics or find AI software, find a way to reduce headcount in corporations, these companies are going to do very well. John, welcome to the channel. Member, how you doing? Chilling with Uncle Bruce, member. Nice to have you here. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're renewing, thank you. If you're brand new, thank you for coming in. There are corporations out there whose number one objective is to help other companies get rid of people. That's all they're there for. And that's the way of the world. It's been the way of the world since the 50s, okay? This isn't brand new, all right? This isn't like, oh, it's a whole new business. Nah, it's just a new kind of new business. There are firms out there whose job it is to help other firms reduce their headcounts and be more efficient in their business. Simple as that. And that means today, a new car coming off an assembly line in General Motors, the number of man hours required to produce that car versus the 1965 model Chevy Impala, whole lot less labor and a whole lot more car, because a brand new GMC truck coming off the line today is so complicated compared to what a truck was 30 years ago, 50 years ago. Can't compare these two anymore. Take a look under the dashboard, all the wires that are down there and all the computer chips that are in there. It's unbelievable, but fewer man hours to produce it. And this is the way of the world. It's going to keep going that way. So companies like that will succeed, but other companies will lose because they won't be able to adapt. Some will be able to ratchet up and become modernized with the one road. Others will fall by the wayside because they're so deep into debt in the old technology, or they're inefficiently run, they will be crushed out of existence. And that's just the way it is. We have a shrinking economy right now really going on. We have a lot of companies who are shrinking in size right now, trying to convince investors this is the right thing for us to grow. We're getting smaller to get bigger. Doesn't work. Almost always doesn't work. There are companies out there who are bragging about how they are trying to make money. They're just turning the corner. And as soon as they pull any kind of profits out of their business, they're immediately announcing stock buybacks, because they are so addicted at the management level of these companies. They're so addicted to the stock price that the only way that these people, and there might be 500 in an organization, 800, a bunch of investors in the company that are institutional investors, they're so addicted to the price of the stock, they don't give a crap about the business. They're not there to grow the business. They're there to grow the value of the shares that represent the business. And companies are announcing stock buybacks with cash they really don't have lying around. And they're using cash they should be using to expand and grow their business. And instead, they're using that money to buy back and engineer stock price moves higher. And it's because management doesn't own the company. Management collectively, combined, all of them, the directors, the senior officers, the top 5% of all employees combined own 1.5%, 3%, 4% of the company. They don't have a block of stock in any one place where they dictate policy for the corporation. And they're dominated by hedge funds and mutual funds and investment funds, ETFs, and other entities, institutional investors that actually own 60% of all the stock. These entities want returns for their investors in their pools. People who are supposedly looking after your retirement, they're working for you. They're pushing these companies hard. Move up your stock price. Do stuff to make your stock go up in price, because we own a bunch of your paper. Unfortunately, short-term thinking like that kills companies in the long run and stymies them from going anywhere. And this was a problem at IBM. For 20 years, IBM did nothing but massive stock buybacks. They increased their dividend every year by a little bit, but they took excess cash and bought back up excess IBM paper on the open market. What they didn't do is they didn't take billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars every year or two or three and invest it into the business by buying competitors, merging into other entities, growing their business and footprint out there. They stayed the same big blue corporation organization, and they just turned their cash flow over and over and over and over, and they took their capital and they bought back their stock. If you take a look today at IBM, and in the last 7-8 years, things have changed. It's completely changed now. IBM is now back to being a growth company. But what did IBM have to do 2 years ago? They had to split the company in half. They had to take half of their company, which was a cash flow generator, stagnant kind of outfit, and separate it from themselves. And then they took the IBM portion of the company and made it a growth company again. Well, IBM's market cap right now, under the symbol IBM, the market cap is $133 billion. That's the market cap of IBM. Apple Apple is $3 trillion. Microsoft is $2.5 trillion. Google is over $1 trillion. Amazon is over $1 trillion. NVIDIA is over $1 trillion. IBM is $133 billion. You buy the stock right now, you can get a yield of 4.6%. Great dividend. But their stock is underperformed for decades because all they were trying to do was buy up their stock to hold their market values. 10 years ago, back in 2014, the stock was $184. It's $146 10 years later because they couldn't grow the company. They haven't grown the company. They're trying to now, yes, because their stock did bottom out in and around the $108 level a little while ago. They've tried to now grow it out. 106 back in 2020, 106. It's now 146. This company is way behind where it should be for investors, way behind. But management of the day, 20 years ago, Meg Whitman was running. I can't. Is that was her name? I might be wrong on that name, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. The group that ran that company were answering to Wall Street's demands. Wall Street's demands were, we want that stock higher. And management's response was, well, we'll do stock buybacks, because management was being given stock options left, right, and center, generous stock options. And all they had to do was make 3% more money every year, and they would get rich as individuals. And they did. Anyone who was involved in the IBM senior management back in the 90s and the 2000s and 2010s up to 2015, all those folks made a piss pot of money buying back, encouraging the company buy back its stock and try to keep the stock up. And they were making their $10, $15, $20, $30 a share profit on their stock options. They would get them at a discount, blow them into the market, and take the money. And they did that for their 15, 20 years from age 35 to 55, or from 40 to 55, or from 55 to 70, or whatever. Those golden years, they walked away with generous pensions and wonderful payouts of money from the paper. The company itself was a shambles. They had to split the company into two pieces and create the one half, create the other half, and shareholders have very little to show for the end game. It's a shell game. The company is the same company it was 15 years ago. They're trying to change it now. They're a new management running it. They have a new philosophy. They're growing their business. Yes, should have been doing this 20 years ago. It's a $130 billion corporation, not a $1.3 trillion corporation. This is the price that is paid by investors with lackluster management and management with no vision, management that are blinders on only for Wall Street's benefit, not for the company's growth and future prospects. These are not founders. These are managers. And there's the problem with a lot of public companies. They become managed by managers, and they have short-term objectives, their objectives. I'm 53. I retire in 10 years. I have a 10-year plan, and I'm out of here. And if at the end of 10 years, this company's saddled with a bunch of debt, but we bought a bunch of stock back, I don't give a crap, because it's the next guy's problem. And that's just like your politics today. You've got global warming, and you have politicians who get elected for 2-year cycles, 4-year cycles, and 6-year cycles. And they're not here 20 years from now when the icebergs are really melting out. The politicians from 30 years ago, they didn't give a crap about global warming because it wasn't their problem. They're dead now. They were 70 years old 30 years ago. They got carried out of the Senate in a body bag, and the Congress and your local state house and everything else. These politicians left in a body bag, and they're gone. And who's left to deal with the fallout of these wild weather patterns? Us and our kids. And we can point back to the 50s and 60s and 70s and the 80s and the 90s. And you can point back to all that time for all the fuel we burned and all the coal we burned, and not just us. I'm saying the world, the globe. And there's no solution in place right now. There is no solution in place. It is going to get worse, not better. And that there are opportunities economically for this. The problem is, if you've got a beach house, the problem is by the time you score your money, your beach house is underwater. Maybe that might be the issue. I don't know. head for the mountains. I don't know what to think about that. All right, there you go. Yeah, Palantir announces a $1 billion stock buyback plan. Idiots will keep my 1,000 shares. We'll sell $20 cover calls for June and try to get $4. Why not? There you have it. Amazing. I'll tell you, it's just nuts. Don't forget about the split with Kindle. Yeah, that's right. Unbelievable. Bjorn, good day from Sweden. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Thank you all of you who are here. I really appreciate it. Those of you giving us thumbs ups this morning and becoming members, thank you all joining in. Love to see you here. Welcome to the party. Don't discount the writer strike either. The actor strikes, says Clay. There might be a bunch of movies in the can and ready for release, but those releases are going to slow down next year. That's right. AMC is higher, but they're still $6 billion in debt. They're in a mess, absolute mess. Unbelievable. What else is going on? Have we had any action on SmartRent? I ask. 300 shares traded in the pre-market. Is that correct? We're 365. I see nothing here. Have the results been made? I think they did get made, didn't they? Yes, and I read them quickly, but nothing in the market yet to show us what's going on. What else is going on here? My goodness, we've got stuff to watch. Larry Titus, thank you for 73 thumbs up. Who cares? 75. Thank you. Good morning, all from Not a Lurker anymore. Good day, David R. Same reason the U.S. buys Russian uranium. Why is that? Yes, why is that? Sell my house fast up on Marlboro. We're here. Home Skillet is here. White Feather Hawkeye, welcome, and nice to see you all. I haven't got time to say hi to everybody here, but it's great to have you. Mitch wants to know, hey, Bruce, if you're such a smarty pants, if you're such a know-it-all, you think you're a highfalutin piece of crap sitting in your little bedroom in Calgary telling us all about the world, and you know everything. Why don't you invest your own money? Haven't you been here? Are you new to the party? If I invest my money and compete with you, how much time do I have to sit here and talk to you about your money and what to do? I'm going to be focused on my money. I'm just going to focus on that. I make my returns from you guys making money. You may not believe it, Mitch. You might just go, he's full of crap. He's just lying. He's a lying bastard, that balding guy over there. I don't do any investing in the markets. It's a conflict of interest to me. That's my personal opinion. Right or wrong, it's my opinion. You decide for yourself whether you can live with it or not. It's totally up to you. My followers who are here and come here every day, 5 days a week, take my classes, do one-on-ones with me from time to time, they understand he doesn't do investing himself. He is a commentator, and he gives his opinion on what's going on, and you take it for what it's worth. You're doing the investing. That's all it is. I have time to study the markets. I have time to see what's going on in the planet because I'm not investing my own money. I'm not distracted with 5 quote machines all over the place and I'm being on top of all kinds of scenarios. I don't have a staff of 15 people. I'm an elderly guy now, 67. They say I'm getting old. I don't do investing in the markets. Jen and I live off of this channel and the income that we derive from it. And if I can't give you advice that can make you money, you're not going to watch. And you're not going to become a member. You're not a member now. You're probably never going to become a member now with my lip this morning. The members of this channel keep us on the air. And the folks who buy our classes and attend our classes and those who hire me on one-on-one sessions, that's why we're here. That's how I survive. And you don't see tickers all over the place. You don't see fancy graphics all over the place. It's pretty low budget. I do not have a staff of 20 people helping me run this channel. The website is out there. Thankfully, my daughter helped me set that up. And there it is. And I get emails all the time from these so-called professionals going, oh, you need help on your website marketing. Do you know that your website really doesn't have much in the way of a following? Blah, blah, blah. You need us to hire us for $500 an hour. We'll get you known. No. I work right here on YouTube 5 days a week, 2 hours a day when the markets are open. and I work with you folks to try to fill you in on what's going on. And take it or leave it. You like it, you like it. You don't like it, it's okay. It's all right. That's the answer. I don't know if you like it or not, but that's the answer. Shane, hey, I'm wondering if I should buy the dip today on 3AI or SoFi. There's two things you got to do, Shane. You got to look for good dips when you can get them, and when you feel comfortable, you make your move. And the second thing you got to do, you got to become a member of this channel. You're not even a member. Come on, man, help us out. No sell, no sell. ATIP doesn't have enough cash to make it through another quarter. Apparently, they ranged another. What is it? They have $25 million lines of credit every quarter they can draw on for $100 million or something like that. So I think they'll be all right. Marco Z, do you hold any index funds? Marco's not listening to what I'm saying here. Maria, good morning. I'm number 105 on the thumbs up meter. Good morning, Maria. I love these comments when folks let me know they're a member. Luca is in the house. Luca's in Calgary. Luca is in town, number 41 here. Buongiorno. Good morning, sir. We're going to get together with Luca later. Isn't that going to be great? I'm looking forward to this. I'm really a little excited about it. All right. If you're ever in town, look us up. But we won't be in town much longer. We're heading to Europe for a little trip, and we'll see you from there. And we have some Europeans to say hi to. And then we're going to be in New York, in Secaucus, New Jersey, to be exact. And we're going to say hi to folks. One-on-one physical live meet and greet October 21. Looking forward to it. Saturday, October 21. Details to follow. Really looking forward to it. Thank you all for being here. 6 minutes away from opening this market up. Thank you all for popping in already today and seeing me and being on top of what's going on with us. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the 105 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you can. That would be great. We love getting thumbs ups on this show. It helps the channel get exposed a little more. Please become a member today of this channel. During market trading time, we like to reserve comments for members only. We thank all of you who are part of this group already. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level members, Gold Bagel level members. You guys, all of you, are so appreciated. Thank you all for your participation on this channel, and congratulations to the option writers here who are becoming smarter and smarter and smarter every week, every month, becoming more sophisticated in their option writing techniques. Way to go, you guys. You've come a long way, baby. Have you guys come a long way on the option side of things. It's absolutely fantastic. And I say it's humbling to read some of the comments that come in now versus the kind of comments I was getting or questions I was getting 2.5 years ago. Oh my, have things improved? And yet every week we attract newbies. So we attract new people who have no idea what a stock option is. They don't know anything about the markets, and they hang around here a while. And after a few days and a few weeks, they become more knowledgeable about how the markets work and why stocks go up and down and how contracts are created and how they appreciate and depreciate. More and more people are coming through here and are realizing, you know what, I should take this guy's classes. Start with lesson number 1. Consider it a stay-at-home college class in plain English that's easy to understand. And I get to hang out with the actual professor 2 hours a day for free to listen to this guy. And what he does in the classes and what he talks about here is the same thing. And as I take class 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, I'm beginning to figure out what they're talking about over there. It makes sense. It's so straightforward. 16 classes now exist on the website. I encourage you to start whenever you're ready, and whether you're taking a class a week or you want to be a more involved student and do 2 or 3 classes a week, well, more power to you. You can control which class you watch first and last and how often. Once you've acquired a class, you can watch it again and again and again. If you have any questions about the topics and what's going on, you let me know, because I'm here and more than happy to help you get down the highway of success. Can I help you in any way take control of your financial future? If that's what's happening here, This is great. Man, have you guys come a long way. Some of you who have now taken control of your 401ks, your IRAs, and all that underperformance you used to have to tolerate, and all this gobbledygook material used to get sent all the time. You couldn't understand half of what they were saying to you. Now you're in full control of your own lives, and you know exactly where you stand, and you're ahead for it. These 2% fees that these managers charge, there are some of you out there, you have no idea. You guys are sending these professionals $500 a month, $800 a month, $1,000 a month in mandatory fees that they're taking out of your account, and you're getting the jack squat. They don't. You walked into that branch where they operate, they don't know who you are. Most cases, and you'll notice the turnover of people in these places is ridiculous. After 2 years, everyone has shifted out. There's only 10% of the people left. These are the guys handling your money. I could not tolerate that. I would not tolerate that. In any event, what can I say? Waverly, hello, Bagelers. Charlie, hang out with the professor. I prefer to hang out with Ginger or Mary Ann. There you go. I hear you there. Gilligan's Island. BW stinks are loaded. I got my stink bids in there. Rugman seems like he was out and got loaded last night too. Red everywhere. Giddy up, everybody. We're about to open up this market. We are looking at the market right now. Let's get the update here with 2 minutes to go. We're down 237 on the Dow, 29 on the S&P, 107 points on NASDAQ. It's about 2/3 of a percentage point at the moment. We'll see just how this plays out in the next few minutes. Oil down $1.08 a barrel in Texas, 80.86. That is what's going on right there. All kinds of speculation going on about economic performance, how things are going to work out. We'll keep an eye on all of that. I thank you all for being here with us, joining in on the party. It could be a fun day. Those of you who've written call options out there are probably watching option premiums drop right now. And that could mean some of you might be able to buy back calls that you wrote a little while ago that were way out there because you had to do rollovers on the rising market. You might be in a position to be able to buy back calls that were out into 2024, 2025, buy those back for a way less money, and now write closer in time and closer in premiums, strike prices, new calls, and bring in additional more cash. That is the key here, is to bring in more cash. So keep an eye on that. We'll be talking about it. Larry Titus has done what Larry Titus does every day for us. He has rung the bells officially on this channel to let you folks know we are open for trading. The markets are going to start rolling through. What has this market got in store for us? We're going to find out. White Feather says, thank you, Larry. As we all do, we thank Larry every day for his help to keep an eye on these bells and markets. Let us know when we're up and running. The SPYs are sitting at about 447.97 right now. We're down 274 from yesterday's close. The Dow right now is off 214 at the moment, 0.6 of a percentage point. S&P down 26 and NASDAQ down 106 at the moment. Waverly, I've rolled back my SoFis after the earnings in by a month, looking to do it again today, says Waverly. So some of you out there may use today's dip to write cash secured puts on some of your favorites. Some of these stocks give phenomenal premiums on out of the money put contracts where you can bring in some nice cash. AI, as an example, it's right now 35.30 down $1.35. There are folks out there writing 35s, 33s, 32s, 30s, 28s, and getting ridiculous cash premiums to lower their commitment to buying this stock. You find the dip, you make your move, and sit back and see what happens. We've got the Dow off 238 right now. Spiders are at 447.75, down 296. Qs are down 296 to 372. GameStop down 48 cents to 20.59. All those 27s, those contracts, the 27, 6s, 5s, 4s, they're all coming down in premium. For some of you, you're in a profit position. For some of you, you're beyond, finally broken even on some of these premiums. some of you are probably in a position where you're going to be able to buy back calls and reload into lower strike and closer in time calls. SoFi 912 down 28 cents. We've got AI at 34.80 down 185. Nvidia down 423 to 449.94. Rocket Lab down 23 cents. Earnings come out after the bell. Matterport 312 down 13 cents. Earnings after the bell. SmartRent 347 down 33 cents. Earnings came out before the bell. And the market at the moment is sitting at 338 down 41 cents on 93,000. And I don't have a good reason for it. The numbers were good, higher on a lot of metrics. Cash on hand, about $200 million. The market cap of SmartRent at the moment, $675 million, and they have about a third of that in cash. So I don't understand it, other than maybe some folks are thinking of a phenomenal, I don't know what. I just don't know. It's 340. I think it's dirt cheap, but that's just this man's opinion. What else going on? ATIP up 21 cents to 813. They released their numbers last night. Higher visitations per, overall, 23,000 a day, up from the 21,000 range 6 months ago. 920 locations. They're going to open and close some again this year. They're always doing that. They've hired more staff. Their visitation counts will continue to rise. They've raised their guidance, but the company is in debt to its number one shareholder. And until the number one shareholder converts the debt into equity, we're not going anywhere. There's 4 million shares out. There should be 100 million out. And I have no idea what their deep thoughts are going forward, because I don't think they revealed anything to shareholders as of last night. Stock's up 21 cents, but that's irrelevant at this point. Unity down 157, Tesla down 284, Apple up 4 cents, Google down 67, Moderna's up 16 cents, Cisco down 24, Pfizer's up 55 cents today to 36.23. The stock in the last week or so has gone from 34.90 now to 36.20. This is bouncing off some lows, obviously, of the year, 34.66, the low of the year, now 36.13. So a little recovery coming on here. Stock is at trading at 7.1 times earnings. Very cheap paper. IBM, $146.06, down 12 cents. HPQ down a dime. Microsoft down 260 right now. We've got Amazon down $1.80. We've got Home Depot 370 on the down dip. Vanek down 235. Netflix up a dime. Adobe down $7.62 right now. Goldman down 5.49. Boeing is off 95 cents a share. Facebook, Meta down 34 cents. Target down 95. JP Morgan down 2.94. Costco off 2.30. Walmart is up 72 cents. Disney's up 3.86. American Airlines down 12. DraftKings up 40 cents to 32.03. That's what we have at the moment, with a 245 drop on the Dow. Between 245 and 270 seems to be where we're at. We're down 30 on the S&P. We're going to refresh our page over here, see what we've got, and figure out where we're at. There we go. S&P down 30, NASDAQ down 108, oil down $1.20 right now. There it is. Welcome everybody to the party. Let's see here. BW, Larry, you still in negotiations with Uncle Bruce's people for union wage increase? For the Bell Dingers of America, Local 133. Splair, Tilray is climbing. Looks like there's some good news as well on Tilray today. Made a deal with some kind of beer outfit or something, NBev or something. I don't know quite what that means. I don't follow that very closely. SPYs are down 316 to 447.55. We'll see if they stay there or not. GameStop at 20.53, down 54 cents. SoFi at 921, down 18. The low of the session on SoFi today, 901, now 921. This is the high of the day on 2.3 million. So it looks like SoFi's got a little bit of a bid going at the moment. We'll see how far this runs. AI is at 35.22, the low 34.71, now 35.22, a 50-cent recovery. down 143 on 1.2 million. So AI may have bounced a little bit here. Nvidia still down 330 a share. That is the story. Rocket Lab down 17, Matterport down 15, Smart Rent down 27 cents to 353 after hitting 338. We're now back to 353, a 15-cent recovery on Smart Rent so far. That's what I got. We're watching this market. Let me know how you're doing and how do you feel and what kind of positions are you sitting on? How are you doing on your iron condors? How are your ICs doing? Keep us posted and we'll keep an eye on it with you and kind of go from there. There we have it. We've got the US dollar today, I did notice, was climbing. The US dollar was climbing. 10-year treasury yields were falling. We've got the US 10-year now sitting at 4%, down from 4.1%, even 4.2% a few days ago. On the currency area, the euro was down 2/3 of a penny. The British pound is down almost a full cent, 126.94. And the yen is dropping 2/3 of a penny as well. So the US dollar is climbing right now against other assets, other currencies. The European markets are definitely 0.5 point to 2% lower, depending on where you look. And on the Dow right now, and S&P were down 0.75 of a percentage point. NASDAQ down 0.91%, 127 points. Oil down $1.17, 1.5 percentage point drop on oil this morning in Texas. SoFi 922 down 17 cents. The high of the session 927. We just touched a moment ago. Still off 17, 18 cents on the session this morning for SoFi. Welcome to the party, everybody. Great to have you here. We'll see how things work out. Wing Commander, hey, I forgot to mention, I was number 40 watching my iron condors like a hawk. I have 16 expiring today, and that is the beauty of daily condors. You can write condors that expire every day on SPY and triple Qs. You can create condors this morning that expire tonight. You can create condors now that expire tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whatever you like, and you decide the spread between the top end and the low end and the credit and how much risk at the top and bottom, and right away, and you've got daily expiries happening on condors. You never know. We'll see just where it plays out. At the moment, the SPYs are down 324. Qs, triple Qs are down 290 at the moment. 372 on Qs and 447.47 on SPYs. That's what we have so far at this second this morning. Welcome to the party, everybody. Glad you're here and hope you're learning something new today and keeping an eye on these markets, watching premiums shift. And for some of you, it might be a very good day for some of those option premiums that you took in on AI, option premiums you took in on other stocks. GameStop premiums could be coming your way today. Apple premiums, Cisco's, Tesla premiums have got to be coming your way. Arc Innovations, Microsoft, what do we got? Alphabet, Amazon, NVIDIA, if you're doing any NVIDIA work out there. In Unity, AI, as I said, Adobe, definitely seeing some premiums. Those of you who have written condors on some of these indexes, you're probably noticing that the calls that you bought and wrote for your iron condor trade, those calls have been eliminated. They've been eviscerated. They're down to pennies. You might want to roll them lower. You may want to bring in a lower strike price and bring in a credit against those. Keep an eye on your puts if you need to, or you can sell off the puts that you purchased for a nice gain, buy lower priced puts, and then buy back your written puts and write lower priced puts with the credits you've made. You can shift down your calls and your puts on your iron condors as they shrink out for expiry today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Keep me posted. We'll do the best we can to guide you along this story. Never a dull moment in the options market and the markets themselves. Interesting stuff. China news, not good. Absolutely not good at all. We're down 0.79 on the Dow, 0.71 S&P, 0.84 now on NASDAQ at this moment in time. GameStop down 59 cents right now. I've got, there we go. I got SoFi down 18 at 922. AI down 134 at 135.31. That's improving a little bit. NVIDIA is only down 395 now, 302 actually. NVIDIA's coming on. We got a Smart Rent still at 350 a share after bottoming out at 338. Smart Rent is a little better, but still down 29.5 cents so far on the session. Unity down 180, Tesla down $4, but Apple is green. It's up 40 cents now. Apple is green. Google down only 74 cents. Moderna is only down 67 cents. We don't have massive dollar drops to report. Microsoft off 186 here at 328. 25, it was down to 326. So it's actually come back $1.40 now from its low of the session. That is Microsoft improving right now. Amazon down 224. Home Depot down 340. Vanik down 255. Netflix is only off 85 cents. Adobe down 773. Goldman is down $10. Banking concerns with Moody's doing downgrades, possible downgrades on some bank stocks, not including Goldman for ours we know, but Goldman is caught in the bank vortex over there in that area. SoFi down 19 cents. Yeah, it's lower, but it's not getting slaughtered at all. And 19-cent recovery for SoFi would take nothing. So 920, it's hanging around right now. All righty, there's where we're at right now. What else is happening out there? Thank you for these thumbs ups, 118 of them. Appreciate that. We must honor the Knights of Ni. Let them know we care and we are aware of their existence and presence, and that we do not take these markets lightly without honoring the Knights of Ni. We will not be accused of trying to ignore or going around the Knights of Ni. D.A. Truda agrees. So does Richard Carlin. They know you do not mess with the Knights of Ni. Richard knows. Options nomads, they know you must honor the Knights of Ni. We're down 300 on the Dow. We were up 400 yesterday, remember? Down 150 on Friday. So we're actually down 50 points on the session since Thursday at this moment in time. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Spicy Android, neat. There you go. That will move markets. We're down 37 on S&P, 144 on the NASDAQ right now. All right, on. Tons of stuff happening this morning. A very active morning. NVIDIA down 477, AI down 150, SoFi down 22, GameStop down 58. Triple Q's down 380, Spiders down 374, the Dow down 303. Maria Powell, Uncle Bruce, I have a few of these ENPH cash secured puts that I am out of position on. 140.45 strike September, October. I made a mistake and didn't check earnings date before I wrote. What would you advise? Wait to roll. ENPH is the stock. Let's take a look here. ENPH. There we go. See if we get that to pop up here. That would be Enphase Energy. It's $134 stock right now, down $1.10. Alrighty. So in the last 5 days, we've gone from the 143 level, 140 level, 142 level, now to the 134 area. And we've got the high and low range for the year. The low is 132. This is 52-week low territory right now. 339.90 for the high. $19 billion machine. Nothing on the short sale side to worry about there. All right. Let's take a look at options and come back for a minute to this quote. I wrote cash secured puts. I'm on a position on 140.45 strike September and October. So you did cash secured puts at 140 and 145 is what I'm guessing. DJ I wrote, what would you advise? Wait and roll. Okay, so September and October's already come back here. Let's take a look here. Okay, obviously I don't know the date of the September's. Let me take a look here. Yeah, September's, we have different dates. September 1, September 8, September 15. I'm going to guess maybe you did September 15s. I don't know. The 140 45s in September, 1085, 1105, 1345 to 1480 right now. These are in the money. Obviously, 145s are worth approximately 11 in book value. They're trading at 13 and a half to 14. The 140s are worth approximately 6-ish in book value. They're trading at 10, 11, about $11. Lots of time premium you can wait on to expire there. My one hunch over in October. And let's take a look. 140s are a 1410, the 145s are 1660. Same thing here. They have a lot of time premium on them. So you're not necessarily not going to necessarily need to September 15, got it. You're not necessarily going to need to make a move at the moment. You can probably wait this out a bit yet because there's so much premium to be dropped. They're trading at a high premium right now. I just sit back right at this point. Let the stock have its hissy fit and see it's down $1.26. I mean, it's not like it's down $10 or $15 here. And at 134.14 with a 130 drop right now, yeah. Obviously, every dollar it climbs, if it were to climb to the 138, 140 range, would be very good for you, but would also bring your contracts down to, one would be only worth $5. The other one would be worth nothing at 140. At 138, you are looking at a $2 or a $7 contract versus what you're looking at now. And you've got time. This is August the 8th. So yeah, I wouldn't be in a hurry to do much of anything. I just sit tight. Hopefully I hope you got a nice premium when you wrote them and just sit on the cash and wait. Yeah, exactly. Karen says, neat, neat, neat. Maria says, neat, neat. Splurt, neat. Maria, September 15th. And okay, thank you. You are welcome. Yep, right on. Not really to worry too much there. Not yet. Anyways, all right, folks, thank you. We have 123 thumbs ups. They keep coming in. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that thumbs up button. Give us a little hand here. We try to get as close to, if not break 200 thumbs ups, if that's humanly possible. 177 of you are here. 123 thumbs ups are on the board. Hopefully 70, 80 of you have not yet been able to do it. If you can hit the thumbs up, give us a bit of momentum with YouTube. We would appreciate it. We're down 365 on the Dow. We're getting the low end of the day going right now. We're giving back all the gains from yesterday for the moment. We'll see if it lasts. We've got a down dip on the S&P 500, 45 points. A NASDAQ down 185. We're down 1% on the Dow and the S&P. We're down 1.3% on NASDAQ this morning. All righty. Wells Fargo to pay the largest fine in SEC record-keeping enforcement action. It blows my mind, actually, how many times these large institutions get nailed by these regulators. It just blows my mind. Wells Fargo apparently will pay $125 million out of a $289 million in fines for widespread and longstanding failures by the firms and their employees to maintain and preserve electronic communications. Unbelievable. These guys get nailed this stuff, and no one recommends, not enough of these entities recommend SoFi. These guys make fines, just a joke. It says here that PNB Paribas Securities and SG America Securities have each agreed to pay penalties of $35 million. BMO Capital Markets Corp and Mitsu Securities have each agreed to pay penalties of $25 million. Houlihan Loki Capital agreed to pay $15 million. Moelis and Company and Wedbush Securities, remember those guys? Wedbush, they agreed to pay $10 million each. Nico Securities, SMBC Nico, has agreed to pay $9 million. I mean, the amount of money these guys are paying in penalties for total violations of all kinds of policies is mind-numbing. SoFi is a $9.15 stock. They're growing unbelievably fast. They're not in trouble with regulators at all. And yet these big, massive monsters and all these other guys who give ratings on SoFi, they give their opinions on whether SoFi should be acquired or not by people like you. These outfits with these advisors get nailed fines all the time. It's just so ridiculous. The hypocrisy of it is ridiculous. It's a joke. And yet there's nothing to see here. You don't see the Congress calling an emergency session to investigate these guys. If you add up those fines, that's over $200 million. You think there should be an investigation? Oh, no. These guys are fine. They contribute to my super PAC. I don't need to investigate these guys. No. We got to investigate SoFi, and we got to investigate GameStop investors. They're the crooks out there. That's what we're going to do. Unbelievable. Splair thumbs. Neat. Rock on. Thank you, Splair, for being with us. 130 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. I appreciate it. It looks great when we see that number run like that. It's fantastic. Wonderful. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. We're still off 340 points on the Dow this morning. Spiders are 446.45. Qs are 370.47. GameStop down 71 cents to 20.36. I'm sure a number of you have witnessed the drop-off of premiums on GameStop. You got to be happy about that. SoFi at 9.15, down 24 cents. We have AI at 35.18, down 147. NVIDIA is down 7.80. Rocket Lab down 27. Matterport down 14. SmartRent 346.5, down 33 cents. Matterport, Rocket Lab report after the bell tonight. SmartRent reported already higher sales, higher engagement, higher margins, and tons of cash in the bank. Stocks down, go figure. What do we got? ATIP down 4 cents. Unity down 187. Tesla down 550. Apple down 114. Google down 98 cents. Moderna down 26. Cisco down 36 cents. Pfizer's up 32. IBM down 33. HPQ down 15 cents. Microsoft down 434. We got Amazon down 270 right now. At 139, we have Home Depot down $4, Manic down 330, Netflix down 240, Adobe down 860, Goldman still down 1050, Boeing down 118, Meta down 165, Target down 126, JP Morgan down 296, Costco down 350, Walmart off a nickel, Disney down 44 cents, and American Airlines down 14 with DraftKings up 89, 32.52. There you go. Alex, I just bought back GameStop, $25 calls for $235. I sold them for $540. Giddy up. There you are. There's right there. A thank you very much for January. Not bad at all, my friend. Now you can take a look at either January 22s or you can look at November's or October's. Keep your eyes open and see what you want to do. Right on, Alex. You're bringing in the calendar. Bringing in the calendar and bringing in the cash. Yes. If you write January's and you're just writing 22s or 21s, you can bring in more money. That brings you cash into your account. It's up to you, or whether you're going to close out your GameStop positions and move into AI positions instead, or you're going to use this freed up capital now to unload stock or deepen the money calls and now go into AI or IC Condor trades. Totally up to you. I just love seeing money made. There's $3 a share to you because the stock has dropped. You're compensated. This is using this instrument to generate revenue. Absolutely good work. 354 dip on the Dow. Still at the moment near the low of the days. No lows of the day. We're at 35,100 is the low of the day. 35,118. That's exactly where we are right now at the low of the session for the Dow Jones. S&P down 42. NASDAQ down 165. Near the lows of the day at the moment. All right. AI down at 35. AI now 35.70, down only 95 cents. AI is actually climbing to its highest level of the session. 35.80 was the high. We're just about there. There's some buying coming in on AI. Interesting. Those of you who've written cash secured puts down here today, you're already laughing. You're already smiling. Zed, Alex, that was $25 strike, part of a roll. Was that part of a roll, by the way? Right on, sir. What else? For some of you, you might decide that GameStop at the $20 range might be the right price to consider doing cash secured puts. You might decide to write 18s or 17s or 16s or 15s out to January for some premiums and decide that's the game plan you want. Out of the money, cash secured put writing for GameStop might be in the wheelhouse today. 9.29 on SoFi. We're down only a dime now on SoFi. This is the high of the day, 9:30 right now, the high of the day on SoFi. 4.3 million in 28 minutes. Very light volume, but only down 9 or 10 cents a share. A vast improvement from 901. Here we go. All right. AI 35.55. NVIDIA down only 670. We're improving there bit by bit. Unity still down 160 at the moment. All right. 380 drop on the Dow. This is the low of the session. 35,085, 35,090. This is the low of the session for the Dow. 1.08% drop, 1.2 on NASDAQ, 0.95 on S&P. Oil down 146 to 80.48. We're threatening to drop through $80 a barrel in Texas on oil. Okay, that's the China story. Keeps coming up again and again and again and again. The China story, which will infect world economies. Believe it. If it's bad for China, it's bad for world economies on top of that. But do the Chinese deserve our help right now? Not so sure about that. They made me mad. What can I say? All right, there you go. Down 68 cents on GameStop, 13-cent drop on SoFi, 110 drop on AI. Thank you all for popping through here. 131 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you could, people. It would be appreciated. All righty. There you go. End phase now only 95 cents now, 134.50. Can it do a recovery? Can it do a bounce back? Maybe. Maybe this market is going to run out of selling juice here. We might run out of steam on the sell side for the entire markets, and then we have a bit of a turnaround coming on. We'll watch for that, of course. See what happens. SoFi only down 12 some odd cents. On the interest rate front, still 3.99% on the US 10-year, under 4%, interestingly. And the US dollar still holding a nice gain, almost a full penny on the British pound, 126.91, down from 127.91. The euro, 109.39, down 2/3 of a penny. It's dropping against the US dollar. The yen is dropping as well. The Australian dollar is dropping 3/4 of a penny today. So the US dollar is the winner here, with a definite improvement going on at the moment. Currencies, the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, it's up as well today. The Canadian dollar now is at 134.92. It was 133.5. So yeah, definitely losing. Today, the Canadian dollar is losing ground. The Chinese yuan is losing ground from 7.1 to 7.22, but the Bank of China intervenes at every turn on the movement of the Chinese currency. It's only down 1/3 of a percentage point, where the Canadian dollar is down almost a full percentage point. The Swiss franc is doing worse than the Chinese yuan. The UK pound is off. And so is the euro, much more than the Chinese one. So the China is intervening, even with all the bad news coming out. It's intervening in its currency decline at the moment. And that is typical of the Chinese government. They don't play by the rules. They manipulate their markets for their own benefit, using the people's money to do so. And that's why you don't trust the Chinese with anything. These guys lie, steal, and cheat. What can I say? Got to be careful out there. It is scary. All right. Fun times at the OK Corral. There's a headline here. Who would Trump pick for VP? The field is wide open. What are the attributes required to be the vice presidential nominee for Donald J. Trump? I think the number one priority is to be the ultimate bootlicker. So bootlickers, please apply for the VP position with Donald Trump, and good luck to you in your future endeavors. Unbelievable. Jen, how are you?
I'm good.
Yay, you're here. We got a down market today.
I heard.
Yeah, we're off today here. What can I say? What do we got here going on here? Yeah, Alex mentioned this morning that he just bought back some GameStop $25 call options. These for January's. He wrote them for $5.40. He bought them for $2.35. Nice. And then Fool of a Took is saying here, he says, had one of my most successful rollovers yesterday.
Okay.
Bought back my 4250 cash secured puts on AI. I rolled into 3750s and brought in an extra $1.60 on top of that. Had to go out from September to April. Nice job.
Is that net over the cost of buying them back?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pickcomb, it's difficult for the world to reduce the dependency upon China because the entire Asian manufacturing market is glued together, with it being a region for many products.
Yeah.
DQ, I am number 132 on your thumbs up meter, Bruce. I'm lurking today. Welcome, DQ. Alex, good morning, Jen.
He's lurking or working?
He's loiking, L-U-R-K. He's loiking, and
morning,
Alex says hello to you.
Or is that a good afternoon?
Or is that afternoon? Yes,
Which
indeed. Indeed it is. We have a number of viewers today, very busy today with expiring contracts today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow on index Tuesday. Options. Yeah, a lot of index options expiring for people because they dailies, Qs, and SPYs every day. So lots of stuff going on right now.
That's right.
Things
are happening now.
Things are happening now. Oil down 134 to 80.60. That's good news. DQ, I'm doing Loiken and Woiken, says DQ. Doing both. Right on, DQ. Lovely logo you have there, the Steelers logo beside DQ's name.
I see that, yes.
Yes. Jen knows. Jen is aware.
Yeah.
Jen's all excited. Training camp. It's all happening.
I know. We've had the Hall of Fame game.
Things
are happening.
Woohoo! Drew, August 11 AI Condor calls, rolls.
Okay.
Yesterday, I rolled my 43.45 calls into 40.42s for a credit. This morning, I rolled the 36.38 puts into 33.35s for a debit. I'm still up 48 cents a contract. Thoughts? Thanks. Well done. Well done.
Yes,
nice job. The stock is 35.46. You've got 33.35s. They're going to die worthless the way this is going. You got those 40.42 calls. Well done. Nice job.
That's,
and shrinkage. Enjoy the shrinkage today. It's happening.
That's one of the big learns that they have, has been not to fear the roll.
That's right. That's right. Charlie, darn SPYs. Drew, good morning, Jen. Charlie, you definitely want to talk. We need to talk to you about your rolls. You've got to start rolling, perhaps. You may need to bring your calls down into credit, bring some credit in on those calls, close out the high calls and take on new calls, and then puts. You might do some positioning there.
Look at the chain and start figuring.
Right on. Lorraine says, I have been a member for 22 months, says Lorraine. Lorraine, thank you, Lorraine, so much for that. And what I'm happy to see is my my StreamYard picked up that bar. I've never seen that before on my StreamYard. Usually I have to find it on my PayPal, on my YouTube side, but my StreamYard picked it up. This is good news because I don't want to miss these. Lorraine, 22 months gold bagel level member. Beautiful stuff. Love this. Love this. Right on, Lorraine. Thank you. Beach Boy. Hi, Auntie Jen.
Hello, Beach Boy.
Hi, Auntie Jen. Just rolled 200 AI December 40 cash secured puts to April 40s for an extra $2. You rock, Auntie Jen.
An extra $2.
200 a peach. 200 times 200. 40 grand.
Yeah.
Ka-ching. Nice going there, Beach Boy. Time is on your side.
That's right.
As always, I love it. Drew, all thanks to you in this channel. Excited for Wednesday night primetime show. That's tomorrow night,
Right.
Drew. Gold Bagel members, 6 o'clock Eastern, prime time with Uncle Bruce. Become a Gold Bagel right now. Become a member. Upgrade your membership to Gold Bagel and join us tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Let's talk iron condors and everything else. We got stuff to cover. John Anderson. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, John Anderson.
Good morning, John Anderson. Thank you
Is he
all.
an Anderson or an Anderson?
He's an Anderson.
There you go.
He's a John of the
Anderson.
Anderson. Alex, how's the Tel Aviv flight search going, by the way? We're constantly looking at flights. And we're constantly looking at hotel rates.
Look on his face.
I have no idea. Where would we stay in Tel Aviv if we were ever to go to Tel Aviv? If we were ever to fly into Ben Gurion Airport, where in Tel Aviv would we stay?
I'm sure they have hotels.
Are there any decent hotels in Tel Aviv?
Maybe like close to the airport or close to the beach.
Close to downtown, maybe. Any hotels near like shopping malls, maybe.
Maybe close to like a street market or
street markets,
for
shopping. What's the transit like? And is there anyone to visit in Tel Aviv? Is there anyone in Israel that we could go and see if we were to go to get there?
I'm sure,
Beach
I
Boy.
have a pretty big family. I'm sure someone's there.
Beach Boy says, and I get the tax shield, Auntie Jen. I'm forever your slave. There you go. Where would one go if one were to go to Tel Aviv? Where do you want to stay? I'm not sure about those beachfront hotels. I'm not sure if I want to be doing that. So you wonder about their condition.
You just don't want to see all that skin.
Well, I'm not a beach guy. I mean,
he's not a beach guy,
and I'm a little more urban than that. I don't know.
When we lived on Grand Cayman, Bruce we would go to the beach and Jen Jr. and I would be in the water frolicking, and Bruce would be under a canopy somewhere reading the huge Miami or LA newspaper.
The Sunday newspaper. I would grab the Miami Herald
go in the water.
Or the New York Times, and I would have this 3-inch thick newspaper with all the sections, and I'd be under the shade. I'd be in the shade on the beach on the towel or blanket, and I would just be reading my paper and enjoying the news of the day because it's my day off. I mean, it's Saturday, Sunday from the market. And Jen and Jen Jr. are frolicking in the water, having a wonderful time. And
avoiding jellyfish.
Avoiding the jellyfish. And I'd just be hanging out, reading the paper, loving every minute of it. Wing Commander, Qs are certainly more nerve-wracking compared to SPYs. All right. You're in the learning curve. Yeah. You're figuring it out, my friend. The Qs are down 459 because they're related to NASDAQ and there's more volatility. NASDAQ's down 1.19%. The S&P is only down 0.89. That is the difference.
Really, doesn't it feel like NASDAQ has like 10 good players in it?
Well, there's the big boys.
Right?
Beach Boy says, you got a place here. 15 minutes from Caesarea Beach on an hour north of Tel Aviv.
Do you mean to tell me that Beach Boy lives near a beach?
I don't know if he lives near a beach. He says 15 minutes away. That could be halfway in the country. You go 30 minutes, you're in Jordan, for crying out loud.
So is that walking or high-speed rail? 15 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly. My Clay 180, my iron condor for SPY is doing well. My call side is 454, 456. SPY is 446 right now. He's 454, 456 for a 33-cent credit expiring 8/10. That is
Thursday,
day after tomorrow. Yeah. Would it be a good idea to slide the call spread down to 53.51, the same expiry day? Yes, it would be. Bring it down to 453 or even 452, 450, 452. Come on down. But I like the 53.51. Yes, bring a bigger credit in. Yes. On the put side, if you're well in, great. If you're able to sell off the put that has gone up in value and then buy back the put that has gone up and then shoot both lower, reacquire a call lower and write a put lower without it costing you anything, and you make a credit on the call side, yes. Yes,
Yes, right?
yes. Clay, I could get another 27-cent credit doing that right now. I
See?
would do that right now because those calls are going to shrink out to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 27 cents you're going to keep. Yeah, I would do that. Luca, ciao, Auntie Jen. I look
Ciao,
forward to seeing you guys
Luca.
tonight.
I
We're going to have
know.
some steak tonight
We
with
get to meet
Luca.
another community member.
Right on. Charlie, my
A world traveler.
my
Luca.
SPY is 444.45 put is expiring today. 444.445 Spires expiring today.
What's it out right now?
And we're at
446?
446.04. So we're close. You're still good. We want to keep an eye. Absolutely keep an eye. Those have got to be dropping in value as we go. Hang on one second here. Let me just quadruple check SPY. This is exciting stuff. This is so exciting with you guys. These daily expiry iron condors. This is cool stuff. For some of you, it's exactly what you want. The kind of action you need with not a lot of capital required to get into these trades with daily expiry scenarios all over the place. Okay, we've got. Where am I here? I've got to go here. Let's get out of there. Back over to here. I got too many tabs going. All right, 444, 445 puts. 444, 445 puts. Let me see what we have right now. Here we go. Okay. Yes. The 444s are 0 to 1, and the 445s are 0 to 1. Am I correct on this? Today's puts. Yes, August. No, those are yesterday. Pardon me. I got to go today. It's me. I'm looking at too much stuff. Okay, here we go.
You to it.
Jen, thank you.
Everybody have a nice Tuesday.
444s are 33.34 and 445s are 54.55. They're out of the money. They're going to die worthless if this market stays where it is. It's down 449 at 446.20. If this market doesn't go under 445, our friend Charlie is going to go, yeehaw. Right on, pal. Exciting. About as exciting as waiting for the dentist to start drilling. Another spider 443.44 put expires tomorrow. Right on, Charlie. You got to bring your calls down, Charlie. Can you bring your calls down to within a few dollars and bring in some money, even on today's? Can you do that? I'd do that if I were you, if it's possible. It is nerve-wracking when they get a little close for comfort, but that's why you're watching it. And let's see how it works out. Right on, Charlie. You deserve nothing but the best, nothing but serious profits. Right on. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. We're down 405 on the Dow at the moment. We're down 49 on the SPYs. Are we at the lows of the day? Maybe. Do we have a bounce back from here for a couple hundred points? That would take our spiders from 445 to 447.5, 448. Will that make people go? We'll see. This is what we're talking about here. We have a lot of stuff going on here. Anyway, we have a 443, 444 put expiring tomorrow. Right on, Charlie. You're on it, and I commend you, my friend. Keep an eye on all this. Giddy up, I say. Giddy on up. Thank you again to Lorraine for being a member of this channel. 22 months, gold bagel level. Fantastic. And way to go, you Iron Condor writers. Way to stay on top of these markets. Good job. I love it. All right. Oh, my. We have so much stuff going on. What can I say? SoFi now sitting at 921, down 18, 901, 931 range. Watching that closely. U.S. wholesale inventories fell in June. Watching those stories and trying to follow all of the iron condors going on at the same time with everything else. Spiders are down 507. Qs are down 554. GameStop down 64 cents. We're down 18 on SoFi at 921. AI down to 3505, 3506 down 159. NVIDIA 446.60 down 757. Rocket Lab down 21. Matterport down 14. Smart Rent down 32. We've got Unity down 187. Tesla is only down 290. It's actually coming on. It's only down 250 now. Tesla 248.95. Apple is down just 47 cents. Google down 124. Moderna only off 28 cents. Cisco down 63. Pfizer holding a gain of 6. IBM down 1.5. HPQ down 26. Microsoft down 545. We've got Amazon off 267. Home Depot down 530. Vanik down 380. Netflix down 359. Adobe down 1149. Lots to follow, guys. You're on top of a lot of stuff here. I think it's exciting. Matthew, good morning. I'm number 143, Bruce. Matthew, thank you for these thumbs ups. All of you, thank you for the thumbs ups. Hit that button for me. We really appreciate it. Fantastic stuff. If any of you are looking for one-on-ones, let me know. I'm trying to do a daily one-on-one sometime during the day, if that's possible. If any of you like to do a one-on-one around, say, 2 o'clock Eastern time the next few days, let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk to you about the possibility of weekend one-on-ones. We are, of course, still here in Calgary, but in 2 weeks, 2 weeks today, we're out of here. And so we're in Europe, and that'll be a little more tricky on the one-on-one side. Let's see what we can do. All right. There you have it. This is so much fun and so interesting. What's going on at the moment? We're down 448 on the Dow, down 1.2%. The S&P's down 1.1, and Nasdaq down 1.38%. The dollar is jumping right now. Headline says, on the view that the U.S. is more economically resilient than Europe or Asia. Well, this is the default currency of the world. U.S. dollar, that's where it's heading today. That's what's going on out there right now. We have got a lot of activity going on the U.S. dollar today, and we are seeing currencies taking a bit of a hit. Right now, in euros, down 2/3 of a penny. On the pound, almost 0.8 of a penny. Australia, 0.7 of a penny. The yen is down 0.6 of a penny. Definitely getting hit right at the moment. Yields on U.S. Treasuries is falling 3.99%. That means money is coming into the American currency. That's what that means. And that means that's why the U.S. Treasury is not paying 4.2%. It's 3.9% as of the moment. That's what's going on. 926 on SoFi, by the way. We're a nickel away from the high of the day. We're climbing again on SoFi. Just a little here and a little there at the moment. 145 thumbs ups come through. Thank you, everybody, for that. We appreciate that. 924, 926 on SoFi. Okay. GameStop is off 63. AI down 115 at 35.50. It's actually nearer its high of the day. 35.80 is a high of the day on AI. We're 35.60 range now on AI. So it's only 20 cents off the lows. Bumps from here. Hello, 36, 37, 38. You never know. And away we go again. NVIDIA down only 691 now. NVIDIA got down to 445. It's now 447.25 at the moment. That's what NVIDIA is doing at this moment in time. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see. Down 430 on the Dow. The low of the session for the Dow Jones is 35,021. We're at 35,042. So we're just ahead of the lows, but right around the lows of the day. Okay. Let's see here. Interesting stuff. Lots to follow here, everybody. Hope you're having fun this morning. Lots to follow. I know you're busy as I am. We're watching zillions of quotes at the same time on all kinds of positions. These iron condor trades can get entertaining, to say the least, but can become very profitable if you're able to master to do rollovers. If you can bring your call contracts lower and bring in more premium, good move. If you can move your puts lower to take advantage of gains on one contract, loser on the other, as shrinkage brings it in, you can take advantage of this. Keep the spread nice and wide in your favor and allow these contracts to die worthless. That is the name of the game on the Condor game. Absolutely. Down 508 on spiders. We're down 540 on triple Qs at the moment, as the market is down 447 on the Dow, near the low of the session. Is there a bounce, a rally coming here? We're approaching now the first hour of trading. How much more has the market got to give? And then when do the bargain hunters come in? And when do we see a 200-point pop on the Dow? At any time, it can happen, and that can bring spiders up a couple of bucks quickly. Qs can pop $3 in no time. Keep an eye, folks. Let's see what happens. Should be entertaining. We're down 62 on GameStop. We're at just 18-cent drop on SoFi, 921, and AI 3545. Interesting developments out there. So much to watch. Okay, there we have it there. Let's pop this up over here. There we go. Right there. Over here we go, looking for headlines, see what everyone's talking about. Keeping an eye on the Moody's is placing 6 credit ratings on 6 major U.S. banks on review for a possible downgrade. We're watching that. It says, another headline says, mortgage rates and gas prices push consumer pain points to the highest level in 20 years. Although oil today is coming our direction, although it's back to 81 bucks a barrel. Majority of Americans think it's a bad time to buy a home, says Freddie May. Let's see. Small business confidence ticked up in July, but inflation concerns are still weighing. That can change at a moment's notice. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. There's a story out here. It's an opinion piece. It's about Sarah Silverman, the comic, female comic. It says here, if Sarah Silverman wins her lawsuit, then OpenAI, Meta platforms, and other AI developers could face waves of litigation. It says here, comedian Sarah Silverman recently joined forces with best-selling authors Christopher Golden and Richard Cadre against 2 unlikely adversaries, ChatGPT's creator OpenAI and Meta platforms. The authors filed a copyright infringement lawsuit in early July in which they claim their copyrighted books were used without their permission as part of training data set for ChatGPT and similar AI models. The outcome of this unfolding drama could be more than a simple courtroom win or loss. It could fundamentally redefine the boundaries of artificial intelligence and copyright law. Silverman's case asks us to look closely at fair use doctrine, a cornerstone of U.S. copyright law, and permits a limited use of copyrighted material without acquiring permission from the rights holder. Interesting stuff. So that's just a brief outline of this article that goes on and on and on. You'll have to check it out yourself on marketwatch.com. Interesting possibilities there. We're still down 430 points on the Dow. We're up about 30 points from the low. A tiny little bounce. We'll see if there's anything to it. S&P down 50, NASDAQ down 195. Okay. Interesting developments over there. 146 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Clay, I rolled my my August 10th SPY call side to 450, 452s, and I got 34 cents. The put side is feeling dangerous. It's 810, 446, 444. I rolled the put side down to 810, 445, 443 for an 11-cent debit. Good move. This is a good move. Absolutely a good move. 34-cent gain here, an 11-cent debit here. Shifting. Good job. A little bit of damage, but still net positive. Exactly right. And they die a day after tomorrow, and the options will expire. Now the question is the deterioration. Interesting. SPYs are down 493 right now at 445.78. They're hanging in there. SPYs, the low 445.40. And now 445.85. So a little bounce back there, which is good on the put side because it drops put values. And the higher this SPY wants to go, the puts are out of the money, and they really begin to shrink. The calls it has come a long way for the calls to get any traction at all. Perfect. Very well done. Rollovers like this are a good move. This is an absolutely brilliant thing to do when you can. Absolutely worth your while. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it very much. Alrighty. The N phase, ENPH, 135.21, only down 24 cents, coming back on after dropping to 133.12. So this is good news here. I think it's Maria was asking me about the N phase. They're coming on, down 18 cents on the day, approaching the high of the day for N phase. So that's a good sign. See if that continues on. We might be seeing a little bit of a buy wave come into the markets here, just a little here and a little there. We'll watch for that. The Dow still showing down 437, and S&P down 47 points, NASDAQ down 177. 1.2% on the Dow, 1.27 on NASDAQ, 1.05 on S&P 500. That's what I got right at the moment, everybody. Watching this closely. Spiders 446. We have improved 60 cents on the spiders. That's a good sign. Little hint of improvement there. Still down 496 on triple Qs. They got down to 369.43. We're back to 370.23. 80 cent improvement on triple Qs. That is taking some heat off of the put side on iron condors for both spiders and triple Qs. The Dow off still 431 at the moment, and we're still only about 35 points better than the low. But we might be at the beginning of a little bit of a we'll see what kind of a rally happens here. You can't just go straight down. The market will be oversold and it'll rebound. So 446.04 on spiders, improving again. 370.20 on Qs, improving there as well. Everybody, welcome to the party, pals. Tons of funds happening around here. Right on. Okay, there we go, over there, and there we are over there. Okay, watching all kinds of stuff here. Looks like Rocket Lab is a little better here. It's down 16. Rocket Lab got down to 627. It's now back to 644. This is near the high of the session of 646. So Rocket Lab is coming on. SoFi 923, a little better, a little improvement there. GameStop is at 2055. It bottomed out today at 2029. So GameStop has popped back about 25 cents, 26 cents improvement from its low of the day. And AI is only down 91. Actually, that's improving. The AI got down to 34.71. It's now 35.74. $1 recovery, down 90 some odd cents. It's near its high the session of 35.80. It's coming on now on that one. Alrighty. Matterport down 16 cents. 23andMe down just 4. Smart Rent down still 34 cents, 32 cents. Apple is actually green. It's 26 cents to the good on Apple. Goldman down 12. Cisco down 53. Tesla down only $1.60 now. That's improving. We've got ARC down 64. Microsoft down 5.37. Looks like Microsoft might be a little better. It's improved about $1.10 now from its low. Nothing much yet, but a little better. Google down 95 cents. Amazon down 273. Nvidia's down 630. Unity down 170. AI down 93 cents, under $1 now. Adobe down 1040. Right at the moment. There you go. We got a little improvement here and there, beginning to show a bit. And N phase is only down 26 cents. And so it has definitely improved from $133 to $135, a $2 bounce back on N phase. Maria, I think you're going to be all right. Let's see. And let's go. Lorraine, it'll be 24 months on October for this channel. Right on. Burrow King Sound, 146. Good morning, Uncle B. Welcome, Burrow King Sound, to the show today. Number 146 thumbs ups. I appreciate this. We're pushing 150 now, only 148 in, only 2 to go for 150. And then we're going for 160 to 200, guys. Keep the thumbs ups coming if you can. If you're able to hit the thumbs up for us, we thank you. We appreciate the little momentum boost. It all helps. Thank you. Alrighty. Watching market data go through here. The Dow off 440. Spiders 445.85. We had a little rally, a little pullback. We might be doing the 2 up, 1 down thing for a while here. Don't be surprised if the markets have a little rally here. We might just be doing that. Let's see what gives. The 10-year Treasury definitely pushing the 4% barrier, trying to break under 4%. US dollar is rising. Markets are reacting to this. We're down 183 on the NASDAQ, 1.3%. We're down to 125% on Dow, only down 106 on S&P 500. The S&P is actually not as bad off as the other two markets. That might moderate the other two a bit. We'll follow that. And we're keeping an eye on this whole market thingy going on here. Lots of thingies to watch. Hope you're having fun today. 2050 on GameStop. SoFi 920. AI down $1.03. 35.62. We had a little pop, a little pullback. Are we going to get another pop? What's going to happen? Let's see what gives. Fascinating stuff. Oil down 92 cents. 81.02 on oil. All right. Boy, is there a ton of stuff going on here. Thank you, everybody, for joining in today. And thanks for letting me know how you're doing as we keep rolling along. Time is your friend if you're an IC player. Iron Condor player, shrinkage is the name of the game. A little bit of an uptick here in our session today, and a shrinkage move will really change the dynamics of your Iron Condors to your favor. So see what gives. We will find out. Okay. SoFi 921 right now. High today 931, low of 901. So we're on the upper end of our range here at 922 now on SoFi. A little more improvement. 923 coming in. Another little tick higher on your SoFi right at the moment. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. There we are. Okay. Oh, man. So much happening. AI just popped, rolling down 87 cents on AI. AI just moved up again. 35.78. Looks like we're pushing the high of the day here. 35.88. We're coming dime away on AI. It looks like another buy wave is coming in on AI stock. NVIDIA 447 now, the low 445.60. We'll see if another wave of buying comes in there. SoFi 924, another penny higher. Little tiny moves are starting to show here and there. Just ever so slight little ticks are beginning to pop up here. Let's see what gives. Spiders 445.84 climbing again. They're coming on again. Triple Q's 370.01 coming back on again. Just amazing. It's amazing how these stocks just jump about. It always fascinates me. Rocket Lab just down 17 cents. It's climbing up. Matterport's only down 18. Looks like it might be climbing a bit. We'll see about that. Tesla down only 239 here. Tesla's back to 248.19. We just had 250 on Tesla a moment ago. So we've had the first shot a little higher. Not that we had a gain, but we are getting some buy waves coming into this market here. Sell waves, buy waves. That's computer programming going on here. Apple down just 23 cents. We might be in another little wave here of activity. First a little lower and then a little higher. Let's see. Down 460 on the Dow, 49.9 on S&P, 191 on NASDAQ. We're watching a lot of activity here right now on these stocks. Yeah, AI down 106, a little dip, down 20 on SoFi, down 59 on GameStop. A little dip coming in, and we'll see if another buy wave comes on again. We've got these computer programs kicking in right now. A lot of hedge funds all over the place, a lot of institutional trades kicking in their computer trades. Again, this is your opportunity. Those of you out there who are sitting on Iron Condor, some of you are able to move your calls and your puts to adjust to the range right now and build your credits. Absolutely. This is what you want to do. Cool bean stuff. That's what I say. Cool bean stuff. All right. All right. All righty. All righty. Okay. I'm going to pack it in. Thank you for being with me today. 152 thumbs up. Thank you for that. 48 coming, I hope, from rerunners. Thank you for watching on the rerun. If you can hit the thumbs up button, please do. Appreciate all of your comments and updates today. It's always entertaining, to say the least. Join me again tomorrow morning, first thing. We'll be here, and then tomorrow night we'll be up for the Gold Bagel primetime live show with Uncle Bruce. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys for that, and we'll see if between now and then you can get richer. Nice going, everybody. Let's see, Drew, Iron Condor question. If a call or put expires in the money, would the call create a short position and the put be assigned respectively? If you're doing an Iron Condor in an index on indexes, they get settled out in cash at the end of the day. If it's a stock scenario, you might be exercised, and so you're either short stock or long stock, but then you have your other contract. Best move to make is to cash out yourself. Close the position out on the last day session. If there's something in the money, you definitely want to cash it out. Deep Values Trading says trading. I don't know what's going on here. Matthew, have a good day, everybody. John Anderson, neat. There you go. Thank you all for being with me today. We're watching these markets. I'll be keeping an eye on it all day long. If you have any questions, send me an email. And if you need a one-on-one, you guys let me know. We'll get together. We've got one going today here. We'll be looking forward to that. And if you want to make a get-together, you let me know. I got one today. I got one Thursday. We'll try to keep each other posted on what's going on, everybody. Thank you all so very much for being with me. Drew, thank you, my friend. Neat is what I say back to you as well. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, everybody. 155 thumbs ups. Thank you so much for that. It's not easy sometimes to give a guy thumbs ups when he yells at you. Or am I yelling with you? Are we on the same page most of the time? Is that what's going on here? Not exactly sure. Only down 98 on AI now. Here we go. 925 on SoFi. We're coming on. We're coming on. Here we go. We're Spiders. Or Spider wants to. It's 446 again on Spiders. Here we go. 370 on Qs. We're running up this market again. It's climbing a little here, a little there. We have seemed to be getting some buying momentum coming in, which could be a very good thing for some of you today as you watch your premiums just get annihilated. It's going to be great. Way to go. Well done, everybody. Keep up the good work, and thank you so much for your support. It is so much appreciated, okay? All right, guys, I got to get going here. I will see you guys a little later. And goodbye from Calgary. All right, see you.